Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dice the milk up regularly while talking about niche internet communities, commentary, art, a little bit of everything at this point. But today I'm going to be bringing you another sketchbook tour. Except this time it's going to be my older sketchbooks. Last time I showed you guys my most recent one. So this is gonna be a little series that I'm gonna do where I'm just gonna slowly show my older sketchbooks, just slowly but steady. I got like 10 of them, and I've only done one so far, so we're taking things slow. We're gonna ease into it. But like last time, this is gonna be a long video because I like to talk, I like to explain. I am a human. Humans do shit like this. So you might wanna grab a drink, sit down somewhere nice, maybe do your homework in the background, or you could be one of those people, I do this all the time, and you can listen to this while drawing. Ooh, very fancy. But we're going to dive into this sketchbook, also known as number 9. Okay, so the interesting thing about this sketchbook is it technically has 2 covers, because this was supposed to be like the tear-off cover, I guess, and I decided to keep it on anyways. But so as we can see on the front cover, we got Steve Harrington and Eddie Munson. Yes, and this is all like tape. And I don't know why, but I put a bunch of like watercolor on it and to like blood. And there's some little cactoodles and stuff like that. Yeah, hellfire. Because this sketchbook, I started it back in August. And another note about this before getting to it, it's a bit of a wretch. Words are hard. It is a bit of a rough sketchbook because at the time I went through probably the longest art block I've had in a while. Don't jinx it, knock on wood. We're not having that again. Please, God, no, please. But, so, you're going to see this and you're going to be like, what? For half of it? And I am also going to be like, what? So we're going to be sitting here being like, what is going on in this sketchbook? But besides all that, now we're going to look at the other cover. Yes, there's still something right here, so makes turning pages awkward. But this is the Monster High cover of it. As you can see, I did like a little watercolor. All the Monster High, the main 4 Monster High characters. Messed up on their feet, so I decided to do this, but I think it looks a little bit better without that. But yeah, number 9. And so, because I feel like Monster High has been like a pretty consistent interest for me for the past oh my god, it's been more than 6 months. 9 months? Oh my god, that's insane. But so it's like, why not showcase the Monster High dolls? Also, I have to say my favorite is Laguna. Though, out of the new gen dolls, I'm sorry, I gotta go with Frankly. Again, love their representation. But, so, first page, we got Cloud. Clown. Why not? Clown does clown things. But I think this one was inspired by a pirouette or pirouette. I don't know. I think it's pirouette, but because pronunciation is hard. But I always love that style of clown, and it's just, I don't know. It's something about being an all the way and having this certain style of makeup and looking very serious, but also being a clown at the same time. And then we got battle jacket stuff. Because, you guys have seen my battle jacket before, of course. I'll have to do a battle jacket tour sometime. I'm lacking a little bit with the battle jacket, but so we got some very sad battle jacket doodles. Yeah, I can't really quite sugarcoat this. It was sad. And then, this is showing you guys what my style was like before David Bowie. Oh yeah, this is like a kind of before David Bowie sketchbook. Though you'll see how fast the sketchbook changes as soon as I start listening to David Bowie and like consuming David Bowie media. But Eddie Munson instead, am I right, guys? Okay, a consistent joke for the past couple of months has been whenever I give myself a haircut, because I like to cut my hair on my own because I don't know, I don't really like to go to hairstylists. And so sometimes I'll randomly be like, hey, my bangs are too long, and I'll just cut it. But every single haircut I've had, like I've done myself, it gets one step closer to Eddie Munson. And I swear to God, if my bangs were any shorter, I would be Eddie Munson by now. Like, genuinely, it's so weird, but it's so funny at the same time. And let's see, we got more weird doodles. Oh, this was when I was researching the Furby video. Y'all know about that, of course. But again, you can see my like old style because I really like cartoony art at the time. Which I did like that style. It's just something felt off about it back then. Then we have, this is hard to pick up, but there's more. That's a ripped flannel, which I actually do have. I do have a flannel vest upstairs, but I've been too tired to do anything more with it. So that is a project I have. Am I working on it? Hell no. Am I gonna work on it? Maybe. We'll see. But we got the little Furby doodles. Which again, I love little Furby doodles like this. It's so simplistic, and you can be like, Furbs. Furbs doing Furb things. Like, look at that. Just Furb. And then we go, oh. Okay, this is a funny page. Oh my God. Okay. This is a page where I actually had inspiration, which is not much throughout the sketchbook, as you can tell, but, so I was like, sketching out, whoa, big yawn, sketching out Optimus Prime, doing that, and so guess what, the only course of action, as I was a Transformer kid as a child, no, I was a kid who liked Transformers, though I am a Transformer myself, but, Slutty wasted Optimus Prime! Yeah, the only course of action. Oh yeah, I grew up watching the Transformer movies. Slutty wasted Optimus Prime. Oh my God. He is such a slut, though, in the most endearing way. I love you, Optimus Prime. Boob window. Oh my God. Oh, I love this. Okay. Let's see, we got right here. We got faces. Oh yeah, was a sticker that I got. Because I would get like a bunch of, I've been getting those like, college, come here. Oh my God. Get recruited for the military kind of mail for like the past 9 months. So sometimes they have free stuff. So it would be like, Sketchbook. As you can see, there's hashtag discover Keenan State. Not giving you promo. No, you can sponsor me. Yeah, university's totally gonna sponsor me, guys. But this, we got another clown. But you know what? This is the beginning of the ICP phase, which I do have to say, I'm in my David Bowie obsession right now. But I'm always gonna be a juggalo, cause once a juggalo, forever a juggalo. But so it's like, boom, sketching a little juggalo. Because at the time, I was like, I need to figure out my juggalo makeup. Because, it's what juggalos do. That genuinely concerns me. But again, you have to make bad art to make good art. I do like this sketch a lot, like looking back at it. I was very unsatisfied at the time, but look, it's a little moon guy. Like, what? It's just a little moon guy. Oh my god. Bro, I don't even... See, Jan really said, like, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, them thighs, woof. But yeah, this is like clown phase, clown obsession, that kind of stuff. But, and then we got Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, I'm convinced I did not have a hyperfixation on them because I couldn't draw them. If I could draw them, I would be hyperfixated, but I could not figure it out to save me. Like, okay, again, it's such cool stylization and, like, especially with the shapes and everything, but they're so hard to draw. Like, look at this. Look at this. What about that makes it easy to draw? Like, what? I don't know, man. I do not know. Yeah, you can see, look, there were just so many, like, failed attempts. Being like, ba-bam. Ba-bam! Oh. That is another thing. I'm going to try to blur this out, but okay. Ooh. Vent art, I probably drew that at, like, 1 a.m. or some bullshit. Ooh, spooky. I genuinely don't have anything to say about that. Oh my god, it's okay. This is Mochi's original design. Well, original. We don't talk that Mochi was an Among Us OC, but this is like the iconic Mochi design. It's like the cartoon character. This is Mochi design. So, that's Mochi. For the people who don't know who Mochi is much. People who do Mochi content, woo! But then I'm like, again, I'm experimenting with clown faces because I'm like, how do makeup as Juggalo? And why was there a dead fly in my sketchbook? I genuinely don't know the answers to these questions, so I'm gonna ask you guys, like you were totally there when I was smushing a dead fly into my sketchbook. I mean, it's definitely on character, but I don't know what was up to that. Okay, now we got faces. I was just talking about like how I like this paper. More like clown makeup. Again, they're just uninspired pages. Like, it's fun, but it's like not like fun. You can tell like I was forcing it. I was like, I gotta draw to get better, which I do not recommend. It's a horrible course of action. Oh my god, it's Scary Duncan. Woo! Yeah, I love Total Drama fan art, but like, oh my god, I cannot do him justice. Actually, I should draw him soon. But yeah, I can do him justice. Like, it looks like it's Walmart him, but it's not quite him. We got some like sad faces. You can tell. Again, Jan is trying to escape, but you can tell I'm very frustrated with my art, and I'm like, I can't take this. I don't like my style. What the hell is going on? Ooh, I know this artist. This is inspired by Meat Grill. I will put their username up right here on Instagram because I love this style that they have. Like, look at this style. It's so like simplistic, but it has so much detail to it, and like, I don't know, it's just how it's made. It like, that style. That's why I was like trying to take inspiration from this, because I'm like, hey, if I don't like my current style, why don't I try to move towards something like this? was not the answer to all my problems, but fun to study that artist style. Anyways, oh yeah, there's more of their style, because they have like the simplistic and they had like the sexy style, because they drew a series on like, I think it was like Simpson like prompts or something like that, but because I love The Simpsons, and it's one of my like all-time favorite shows, but I thought it was funny to see like, oh, here's sexy Seymour Skinner. Which I love that take. It's such like, oh, it's such a cool idea. And then here I tried to draw like Mochi in their style, and I was like, not quite. Oof. I was like, ooh, I know the style I want to steal. No, you did not. You knew nothing at the time. Sorry, my cat is doing cat stuff. Tabitha! You know what? I bet I edited this out. Okay, back to the sketchbook, but I'm like, here, practicing heads. Woohoo! Literally Jeremy. I'm gonna say that's referring to FNAF. I bet it's referring to FNAF. Yes, you're eventually going to be able to see my FNAF sketchbook. January 2020. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. Ooh. ICP makeup. Okay. Let's see. I think this was supposed to be a sketch of me, and then I fucked up the proportions. Like, there's no way from coming back from this. And so, the proportions are still bad right here, but I, was better. But they're supposed to be a juggalo. Woo, juggalo. And then, and I got so frustrated with my work. I'm like, oh my god, hear me doing studies. Again, I was forcing myself to draw, so there's no point behind all this. It's like, it's all forced. Like, I should have just let myself recover, which is what you're supposed to do. And because it looks so uninspired. Actually, I do kind of like that one. But still, it's like, it's frustrating. You can feel the frustration within the art. And then we got another Steve Harrington. That's something that happened. I'm not telling you more context behind that. But Steve Harrington. Oh, and I remember when I was watching Infinity Train around the time. So I'm going to say from deduction that this is Tulip then. So there you guys go. There's Tulip content. But yeah, Steve Harrington. Though I do have to say, Loki does kind of have his Funko Pop looking ass face. Yeah, I was about to say Punko. Okay. Turns out that noise in the background was Tabitha. But, oh, guys, the first appearance, it is October 4th, and we have David Bowie. 'Cause this is when Moon Age Daydream was released. And so, actually, okay, here's some background into my Bowie obsession, but, so originally, I started listening to David Bowie June of 2022, and I got hyperfixated on Starman, and I was like, love Starman to death, like, will literally die over that song. And so I bought a poster of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, and so I hung that up appropriately, but I only listened to Starman. But the thing is, I had faith in myself. I'm like, I bet I'm gonna listen to David Bowie more. But for right now, I'm focused on Starman. But I also didn't allow myself to listen to any other music written by him because I was about to go to camp. Like, when I got hyperfixated on Starman, it was literally 2 weeks before camp. And so I'm like, I can't be out in the wilderness hyperfixating on David Bowie because I will literally get no content from him. I did end up listening. I would hear Starman occasionally because we added it to the camp playlist, but I don't know. Again, it was it was that song, and I felt gravitated towards him. So in October, when Moon Age Daydream came out, I was getting a lot of stuff on my TikTok For You page, like, oh, gonna go see Moon Age Daydream, gonna go see this. I really, really, really wanted to see it, except the problem is I had no one to see it with. So if I just had someone to see it with, I would have gone and seen it. But hey, I'm not complaining, because I don't think I was fit at the time to watch Moon Age Daydream. Because some people know this, but the lore behind me is I watched Moon Age Daydream right after submitting my art final. And after watching Moon Age Daydream, I decided, fuck it, I'm applying to art school. Because you know me, the person yelling about art and Furbies on the internet to YouTube was going to become a doctor. No way in hell was that ever going to happen, but I like to entertain the idea that I was going to be a doctor. But, here we are now. But, so I watched Moon Age Daydream, and I was like, holy shit, I gotta rethink my whole life. And I rethink my whole life, and here I am now. Boom. David Bowie did that. But, so I was like, because this week of October 4th, I was like, I need to see Moon Age Daydream. But I didn't, which I do regret not watching it in theaters. But if I watched it in theaters, it would be the same, but not quite the same. And I wasn't hyperfixated on him yet. It would have caused the hyperfixation, which is good, but I wasn't hyperfixated on him yet, so it wouldn't have been the best, the epitome of David Bowie. Because when I originally watched Moon Age Daydream, I cried the whole time. And my brother was making gingerbread cookies for half of it. So there was me just sitting in my living room, just in the dark, sobbing my eyes out. And my brother walks in with a gingerbread man. He was like, is that Elton John? And I turned and spawned sobbing, and I said, how dare you? And then I proceeded to go eat the gingerbread man and cry my eyes out some more. But anyways, moral of the story, kids, David Bowie makes me fucking sob. Oh, David Bowie. But, so here's, again, he appears throughout my sketchbooks, but here he is now. David Bowie. And we look on the page, this was drawn, actually, right before I watched Moon Age Daydream, but here's another David Bowie sketch. You can see how the style is starting to shift and progress along the way, but Bowie. Oh, and I wrote a little note in November, because I originally became obsessed with him in November, but I was like, I knew I loved Bowie beforehand. Because again, I've always been drawn to him. There's something about him where I'm like, give me thy gender. Give me, come on. You gotta give me some. You gotta cut me some slack there, man. I know you're dead, but please. Okay, I need to stop rambling about David Bowie. I could go on for hours, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and here is a full drawing of Tulip. Yeah, and you can see I'm struggling with my style, but hey, I was drawing. Let's see. Ooh, this is when I bought my two Furbies, my giraffe Furby and my Santa Furby, who is actually watching me record as we speak. Again, I always believe that whenever I'm home alone or recording something by myself, Furbies will watch my back. But, we just got more uninspired sketches. Ooh, this is very exciting. And so, we got more sad sketches. It's pretty self-explanatory. Me saying help, yeah, that was supposed to be me, apparently. Yeah, I can't say much to this, but here's a little behind the scenes of my storyboarding process. This is how I storyboarded my JPEGs, which actually a little more behind the scenes, but I am going to have to redo them because Hair's growing. It's not that much. I look more like Eddie Munson. Um, I nothing that much else has changed, but gotta spice it up. You gotta like keep people on their toes. Ooh, we got a little Furby with legs doodle too. But yeah, there's the you know thumbnails. Words are coming hard to me today. Ooh, here's okay, this never got made, but I was gonna make an Eddie Munson video. It was supposed to be collaboration, but that sadly fell through. But here's the behind the scenes of what it would have been like. And then there's me in Juggalo makeup after I bake cookies. Because I would bake cookies for people in my section in marching band. And you know me. I can never do like the boring way. Well, not the boring way. I would say the easy way. That's the best way to describe it. But I would never do the easy way. So I would put on full ass Juggalo makeup and bake cookies. So I just have photos of me standing in my kitchen holding cookies in full Juggalo makeup. Maybe when I reveal my face, I'll show them to you guys sometimes. But yeah, there's another sketch of me in Juggalo makeup. Because it was like at 12 o'clock at night and I was just holding these cookies. And I'm like, I need to tell my section about this. I ended up telling them later that day, and they were like, what the actual hell? And I was like, hey, you got me as a section leader. Deal with it. I think this was supposed to be inspired by Lady D. Lady Demetrescu herself. Or Demetrescu. I don't know. I always called her Lady D. Oh, we got... Oh my god. It's Bowie. It's Bowie, but he looks like a fucking cat. It's Cat Bowie. Because, okay, again, I get the joke. Everybody's like, oh my god, he looks like a cat. But he looks like a cat even more in this. Teeth. Those were pretty big eyes. Though I have to say, that is really cute. Just if it was proportioned better. But I do like that face. That's something I do actually like. Ooh, this one. This is the... Hello, Cakey. Sorry, cats need attention, but... So do YouTube viewers, but this is the thumbnail I made for my Ryan and what's his face? Oh my god, I can't think of it. Okay, here's my future self telling me what this is. Yeah, good job, future self. But, yeah, and then I tried to do Lisa Simpson in my style. Didn't go well. But, art. Am I right? There's more. I know that's Ryan at least. Doesn't look like him. That's fine, though. Oh, I was listening to the Smiths now, because again, this is when, like, I consider the fall, like, a music revival for me, because again, I've always been really in and out with, like, my, relationship with music, because I've had, like, such a vast, like, experience with music, especially surrounding extracurriculars, that sometimes I get burnt out musically, but I had my revival this fall, as you can tell, with ICP, like the Smiths, David Bowie, Queen. I started listening to Elton John again. I had a big obsession with him back during quarantine, but more doodles, like the basic, like little, ooh, I have highlighters, so I'm gonna draw edgy tears. Oh yeah, oh, it's bad when I'm yelling about being burnt out. Ooh, I love this art too. Okay. Ignore the proportions. I love, like, the style behind it. Because it's just, I don't know, like, highlighting the spikes and the little hair swoops and, like, the nails. Like, just that. It just adds to it. And then, I think this is supposed to be talking about gender dysphoria and, like, of course, top surgery and all that shit. But I just love the concept of, like, a person sitting in a tub and, like, staring up. And that's what you see. We got little lines. Art block sucks, of course. Ooh, these, I used to do these a lot in my old sketchbooks, but I would do back rooms landscapes. Oh, I love the little sketchy figures too. Oh, I should draw some of these too soon. Because I know my friends, V and Theo, suggested that. Which, again, highly recommend. But, oh, so satisfying. Again. There you go. Oh my god, ASMR, Backrooms ASMR 3 a.m. challenge. And we got, probably shouldn't be showing that. It's loosely based off some things that we're not going to think about. But actually, okay, this arm, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. Oh yeah, and this was my trip to look at, I think this was right before the trip to look at colleges. And then Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. There's, what's his face? I swear, I'm really bad with names. It's Duck. That's what it is. Oh, and this is supposed to be, creepy sleep paralysis demon, even though it doesn't look creepy. I do like that face. We have the Tabitha Doodles. Oh, I love Tabitha Doodles. Like, look at her. She is so cute. She was such like a swoopy little cat in a little loaf. Okay, she loves to like lay right next to me whenever I lie right next to me. Grammar. Whenever I draw. And so sometimes when I like feel blocked or just want to sketch and doodle, I just do little Tabitha Doodles. Okay, we got Robin from Stranger Things. Oh my god. Love her. But we got more swoopy Tabitha. She looks like a little bun in this. Like, she is the bun cat. She will forever be my bun cat. But yeah, these are supposed to be 2 little doodles of Robin, me trying to be like, ooh, tweaking my style. Ooh. And so then we get more Robin doodles. It's a pretty solid doodle. Pretty solid ones. I should draw her too. I love Robin. She's such a good character. Because there's like a month straight where all I would do was draw her. Because I was like, I want her to be real. Please, I want her to be real. Red guy. That was supposed to be the clock dude, Tony's clock or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm butchering all of this, but because he is a Tumblr sexy man. He is like one of the Tumblr sexy men, but specifically one of the inanimate Tumblr sexy men. But, so I was like, I had to do him the service and draw him. Yeah, that's when I went to DC and Philly. Toured colleges. Didn't end up applying to any of them, but quirked up. Then we got Fred and Duck. More angle, like me being like, ooh, figuring out angles. That's actually a good angle. But it didn't really, this didn't really help me with anything, but I did it anyways. I at least tried. I put in effort. More like doodles. You can see like I like there are going to be some big jumps in time coming up soon. I like that pose. It's like the basic like I've got sass pose, but it is what it is. Got some more head doodles. Struggling. Tried to draw legs. I can see what's wrong with it now, but it's like frustrating. 'Cause legs be like that. More faces. See, again, they're just like, they're faces, but they don't have any personality to them. They just feel very bland. Which is too bad, but. So we got, on October 13th, we've got an unfinished backroom sketch. Because I remember at my art class at this time, I had, we had to do this perspective drawing for like 3 classes straight, where we just sat outside and we drew buildings, and I hated it so much. Burning passion. Hated it. because I hate perspective like this. But so I was like, hey, gonna reward myself and I'll draw the back rooms instead. Because that's one of the only things at the time I like to draw in perspective. Got more bodies. This is a style study of, I believe, Varia B from Instagram. I'm going to put the user up right here. Because normally I'm very good about like putting inspiration from certain artists, but I forgot to do it right here. So you can see I can literally not match up the face and stuff in this style. So was the downfall. I didn't successfully steal that part of their art style. You can see I'm trying to practice more with that art style. It's too bad. I do love that like stylization of like the long lanky legs and long arms. But it's not realistic for the style I have now, sadly. Well, we got, again, more of that, just trying to figure out the legs. We got some crouchy legs, some little bendy ones. Frozen together. Then we got, I'm gonna work on arms. Did this help? No, probably not, but hey, I have a page of arm studies to show for that. There's more Ryan Infinity Train. He's very quirked up. See, the page is so blank. Feels like there's like nothing on it. Ooh, this is a redraw I did. But in 2021 I did this guy leaning against a vending machine, and it was supposed to be like, oh, 80s inspired, look at this 80s dude. So I was like, ooh, I want to redraw this because I know some of the colleges that I wanted to apply to at the time, they were like, hey, show us your interests, show us art. So this was originally supposed to be one of my portfolio pieces. Though again, surprisingly, my portfolio ended up being the exact opposite of this, with a completely different style. Okay. Let's see. I need to do more figure studies, so that's what I'm gonna do. When I have these problems with my art, I just end up doing stuff like this. I know this sketchbook isn't as exciting as the other one, but yeah, more figure studies. More Spider-Man figure studies. It's the little Spider-Man. Bro doesn't have a torso, but it's still a little Spider-Man. We got more Spider-Man. Little crouch. Again, very empty page. But we got the Spider-Man doing his thing. Another little Spider-Man. Look at that. Look at them go. Very quick. Okay, I think we're getting close. Yeah, we're getting close to the big time skips. So if you've been paying attention to the October 26th or September 17th on my page numbers, you're gonna start to see skips. Like, we skipped to November 9th. Ooh, yeah, I'm getting very frustrated. And I stopped drawing for a while because I was like, I really can't. And so, here's me trying to figure out faces more. Again, I was getting frustrated. Though I have to say, this is like a similar idea to what the style I have is. Because I know one of the bases of my style is like I do the scribbly eyes so I can plan, and nose and mouth so I can plan where all the features are and further modify it. Here's more again, me experimenting with that, me being like, ooh, what's the style gonna bring me? Here's more of me in Juggalo makeup. Ooh. Again, love the Juggalo style. It's I don't know, it's something about, let's see, I'm getting really annoyed with the pen. Oh yeah, I'm very particular about my art supplies, because if I don't have the right, like, pen, then I just can't really draw well with it. Well, I mean, I can draw, but I just can't, like, I get annoyed at the pen and I just stop drawing. Oh, let's see, we got more face, me, like, trying to tweak the style. And then we jump from the 9th to the 25th. Yeah, I told you there would be big jumps. But this is, I think this is a thumbnail. Because I was like, ooh, idea. I don't know what it was for, but hey, it's an idea. Ooh, this is another project I haven't quite finished, but we're going to see the planning for it. Because, okay, so I had this like vintage, I guess like a crew neck sweatshirt, or like, yeah, just a crew neck that I got from my grandfather that was like decimated and had some stains on it from him like refinishing wood and all that stuff. So what I decided to do is I was like planning, because I saw that, like, the skeleton design, and so I haven't quite finished it yet, but I do have like a hoodie vest like this with like the skeleton design, and I'm like, I have to hand sew all the ribs on and stuff, and I have to reinforce the ribs. But so you're gonna see all the planning behind it, because that was a really cool thing. And then look, it's David Bowie, specifically Halloween Jack, but I didn't finish it because, again, I didn't know how to draw Bowie at the time, as you can tell. This was supposed to be my realistic style, but you can see I've evolved a lot with David Bowie drawings. Oh yeah, this was supposed to be hung on my wall. But here's the planning of the surface of CT. And just general planning stuff. This is more like lists. It's not that exciting. And then, ooh, this is another project that I have to work on. Okay, yeah. You can tell there's a consistent thing going on. I have all these projects that I have to work on, but we're going to get to them eventually, because I have to draw a Bowie face on it like this. And I was thinking I should do a Bowie side profile. But I have this flannel that I modified because it needed to be bigger for me. And it has like stars down the sides, and it has a little patch in the front that says like something about queer liberation. And on the back, of course, it says Bowie. And then it has a little space for me to do like a little sketch and maybe some like bleach art or paint with acrylic. But I don't know how I feel about acrylic. But hello, heater. Yes, I acknowledge your existence. Moving on. We have more parts of skeleton. I actually wanted to try to sew a star on the back of it, but oh my god, that would have been horrible. So I'm happy I did not do that, or else I probably would have just dropped it by now. Ooh, here's more style figuring out. Ooh, this is a face, and that is supposed to be David Bowie! Woo! I'm so sorry, David Bowie. I'm so sorry that I did you dirty like this. And so this next page is supposed to be David Bowie too, but in my style. Like, he looks like an anime girl in that. It's also supposed to be the Halloween Jack one, but I remember it. Yeah, I agree. There is something uncanny about this style. And so we have more David Bowie, except it's like David Bowie, but I didn't understand his features yet and like the structure of his face. So we got like bird person David Bowie, and then we got like fucking Draco Malfoy anime guy David Bowie. Even though I think this reference was taken from The Man Who Fell to Earth. But here's supposed to be more David Bowie, but again, it's not quite David Bowie yet. It's not quite David Bowie. Supposedly more David Bowie, but it's not David Bowie. Oh my god. Oh, this is when I'm like tweaking my style, figuring things out more. Yeah, I agree. I did black out and draw a bunch of pages. Because look, I did. Oh, that's a lot of writing. Here's more planning. Oh my god. There you guys go. Again, I used to write scripts. Scripts are good in my opinion for deep dive videos, but when it comes to like commentary, I try not to write scripts because I think it just gets too formulaic and I tend to repeat myself a lot when I write. Because I admit, not the best writer in the world. But so that's why I found I make lists and then I'll sit and I'll record with this. This is another style, like, I'm trying to be like, ooh, but maybe this is my style. Because I did like this, like, face thing. It looks cool. Ooh. And then this is some acrylic that I mixed with ink. Didn't go the best, but I used it for my art final. This is also when I had the flu. And then we got more sketches of just, general faces. I swear, if I get hiccups, I am going to cry. I can feel them coming on, but I will fight them for you guys. Yeah, just more faces. Again, it's pretty self-explanatory. More faces. I think that was supposed to be David, but no. Sorry, that's not supposed to be David Bowie yet. Ooh, this is the most similar to the current eye style I had, because I swap back and forth between like adding the little lashes underneath my eyes, which, okay, got that from JoJo. Love JoJo, but that's like the one thing that I stole and I was like, this is mine forever. But I think it's supposed to be Steve Harrington. Also, why was I writing? I don't understand. Like, I was already thinking about retrofuturism then, but why does that just say sticky? Man, these sketchbooks. Oh, this is supposed to be me drawing retrofuturism stuff. But, okay, I drew this, and then one of my friends was like, hey, looks like John Lawrence. I have not been able to unsee that ever since. Because before I was like, hey, cool drawing, and then I was like, that's like fucking Hamilton. Oh my god, here's a city. Oh, actually, that is pretty cool perspective, but here's a little city and planets. Whoa, I think this is the day. Let's see. Yeah, it's the day. It's the day my life turned. It took a turn for the words. It took a turn for the lukewarm. I don't know. It made things more difficult, but because I realized I found a platform to watch Moon Age Daydream on. Not gonna tell you guys what, but and so I was like, David Bowie, David Bowie, because I was like, Labyrinth, which again, love Labyrinth. It's one of my favorite movies. Because look, he's just holding the goblin babe. Like, oh my god. I love that song. But, this is, okay, you can now see, this is like, even though it's pre-Moon Age Daydream, you can see like, hey, I'm starting to get some inspo. But it was when I was watching Donnie Darko, which, oh my god. Okay, one time I was so close to watching Donnie Darko at like 12 o'clock at night, but I was like, fuck no, I am home alone. And I am not gonna watch Donnie Darko, because I do get, I start to see things at night sometimes. So I like literally watched 10 seconds of the trailer and I was like, nope, I can't do this. Waving my flag. But so here's me finally watching Donnie Darko. Very good film. But Bowie! I love the stylization of him. Like this one. It's like, it's so like, oh, cartoon gremlin-y. He's like a yes. He looks like he will steal my children. Please steal my children, David Bowie. Actually, no, please steal me. Please. Oh, you're me head over heels from Bowie. Oh my god. He's my, yeah, again, it's very reoccurring that I want to be a 70s, 80s man. Oh, there's me sketching a guy with a Walkman. Which actually, I got my Walkman about a week ago. So that could be me. That could be me. Except the little clip that goes on your belt and stuff is broken. So that can't quite be me. It can be a version of me, but here's more sketching. Ooh, there's the little wren. Because I am a wren. I am literally a little bird. I am that annoying bird who wakes you up in the morning. That is me. This is supposed to be another Bowie sketch, but it's not like quite Bowie. But, as you can tell, it's like right before I watch Moon Age Daydream, because we go to the next thing. And I had a revelation. You can tell ever since I watched it, I've had a completely different view on art. It's probably been one of the best things that has ever happened to me with my art, besides this semester of art that I took. Because, oh my god, yeah, I decided to just go for it. Which, honestly, I would say, like, with anything you're passionate about, just go for it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Failure? Yeah, so what? Like, you fail. And yeah, it's hard to fail, but you gotta have failure to get the success along the way, too. And I mean, like, I just thought, like, I realized in that moment, like, I gotta put myself out there. Like, I gotta seize the moment. Now's the time. Like, no, I don't want to, like, I gotta do it now, or it's gonna be 15 years later, and I'm gonna be a doctor, and I'm gonna be crying, being like, I could have been an artist. Why? I'm now in debt because of that. I'm still gonna probably be in debt from being an artist, but besides the point. Ooh, this one. You see, okay. So we have, like, this art beforehand, and then, are you ready? This is after I watched Moon Age Daydream. Bam! Bowie charcoal drawing. This one eye throws it off a little bit, but look at that. Like, that is genuine insanity. How, like, that, like, how one thing can improve my art so much. It completely, like, shifted everything. Actually, no, this isn't charcoal. This is pastels, but I thought it was charcoal at the time. They do have to say pastels do smudge a lot less when sealed down than charcoal does. And so here's another one, and I'm like, everything just clicked for me. Everything just felt more freeing, and I could just, like, sketch freely. So you can see, like, it just opened things up. Like, I didn't care if it looked good or bad. It was just art to me. And, oh, it was amazing. And so now you can see I'm, like, this was, like, an apocalypse AU that I had going with my friends. And I was like, woo, Walkman. Which, again, now I have that Walkman. So, if the apocalypse happens, you know who's going to be listening to David Bowie. Oh, speaking of which, I did actually get another Bowie cassette today. Okay, enough about Bowie. But yeah, here's my little persona. Here's my persona with my axe. Yes, I do keep an axe and a hatchet in my room. I love them so much. Okay, they're not my favorite kind, but I do love them still. They're a bit short for me to use, which is sad, especially the hatchet. But there's my fluff cat. Ooh, Bowie cassette. Probably, okay. If I were to survive the apocalypse and I could only choose a certain amount of music, I would probably choose, like, to bring Elton John Greatest Hits, Queen's Greatest Hits, Ziggy Stardust, and the Spiders from Mars in Aladdin Sane. Boom. Of course, if I had more, I would, of course, bring more. But those were, like, if I'm going on the road and this is the music I have for the rest of my life, I'm bringing those. What is going on here? Oh, I remember. I didn't draw on here because, as I mentioned in the other video, when you hairspray pen, it messes everything up. And I had to hairspray this page. But again, more like discoveries with the eyes. Like, this is very similar to the eye style I have now. More just like Bowie sketching, just being like Bowie. And I had to do like just math stuff, so I taped a couple pages because I was too lazy to find my notebook, so I just used this. Ooh, this is another Bowie sketch I love. Like, look at that. It's so Bowie, except maybe the nose, but like it's so him. I love him. Edgy Bowie sketch. Yeah, I completely messed up on the eyes, so I was like, I'm gonna step away. And then we got another little wren. More eyeballs. Here's another art style. Okay. This person, they do not have an Instagram, but if you would like to check them out, their name is New Wave Cowboy on TikTok. This is like the kind of style they have, because this is a very butchered version of it, of course. But I took major inspiration from them. And it was, again, I had that realization of, I can draw things from pictures, but also change it to be my own. And so, this is how we got Pirouette Bowie sketches. There are going to be a lot of these, but as you can see, it's like, you can see as I draw more of them, like, it slowly starts progressing where I'm starting to realize certain things and be like, I like to do things this way. Or like, I want to do it this way. And actually, to get these references, I watched that music video for like 10 minutes and I took a bunch of screenshots of it. And I was like, look, I want to be Bowie standing in a lake. I could potentially do this when I'm older. I can just become Bowie in a lake. Sounds like a pretty good life to live, honestly. You can see, like, I'm starting to realize more. I started to do, like, little stylization where I only shade, like, the upper lip to, like, give it a sense of realism almost. We got more Bowie, more pirouette, because I love that Ashes to Ashes music video. Like, it just inspired me so much. Got more Bowie. Doesn't look like Bowie, but it is. Ooh, that's a makeup look I did. I guess it's not quite gothic, but it was like gothic inspired. And then I thought I looked like Dr. Frankenfurter too. I love these Bowie sketches too. Jareth. Eventually I will cosplay him. I will. My time will come. I am biding my time right now. But this is when things started to click. And I was like, this makes sense. And then I got tired. But then I was still figuring out. I'm like, I know what I'm going to do now. And you can see, I kind of know what I'm going to do. That. Ooh, here's me. I'll sketch me and Lottie. There's Bowie. Emo Shaggy for some reason. Interesting choice. Love the Bowie sketch. Ooh, here's the sketches of V that I did. Oh my god. Bro. V, if you're watching this, you look so pretty in these photos. Like, you looked absolutely gorgeous and stunning in these photos. Like, even the sketches don't do you justice. Like, goddamn. God damn, V. Whew. You look amazing and radiant. But, oh, see, this is, as you guys might have seen in my previous video about my sketchbook, this is where the original, like, this wasn't the original, but this was the original redraw of it. I know, hard process, but, ooh, this is a solid Bowie sketch. Because I was like, Bowie. This is the one thing that was not Bowie. We got more Bowie. I had a bunch of like paint swatches that I had to use up. I still have a bunch of them, but I'm just lazy now. We got more Bowie. Okay. This is Bowie charcoal drawings. Another one, the man who fell from Earth. We got Ziggy Stardust right here, of course. We got Thin White Duke, classic. And then this one of the last ones. This one was mainly based off of feeling, but it's of course the Aladdin scene. I mean, yeah, Bowie. And so, end of the sketchbook. And I learned a lot. This is like, I genuinely like learned a lot because it's so, you can tell that Bowie did something to my art. And here's more of like I do Bowie, Ren, Bowie, Ren. But that's the end of the sketchbook. Okay. Ow. At the time of recording, it is currently 1 hour and 1 minute. That means I have been standing and talking to you guys for 1 hour now. Oh my god. It has been a time. But hey, love talking about David Bowie and love talking about art, so I don't regret this. But I'm going to make this outro a little shorter than last time. Again, thank you guys for supporting me. Hey, I'm actually recording this the same night that I recorded my last sketchbook video. So, hopefully you guys liked that one. If you didn't, too bad. I don't know. I'm not going to try to cater my content for anyone. This is all mainly for my enjoyment to put out, but yeah, and thank you guys for all the support. I don't know, comment something about art in my comment section, or at least scream about David Bowie. Just whatever you feel. Make sure to hit that like button. And again, according to my YouTube analytics, 82% of you are not subscribed, so I would like to make an offer. And could you please hand over your subscription so you can be a part of the chaos? I have to think of a name for you guys, but for now, you're a part of the chaos, and once you're welcomed into the chaos, you will forever be a part of the chaos. The chaos can never leave you, but you can try to leave the chaos. But on that note, I am not going to topple off my phone, so good night, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day, good week, whatever. Good time, and I wish you the best of luck at whatever the hell you're doing, and goodbye.